So yeah, not exactly where I want them, but you know, really, if you think about it, sometimes you just got to be grateful for what you do have, you know. And I thank God for all of this, you know, every bit of this. And you know, one way of looking at it as well, there's 2 more containers on the property, just about where they need to be, and they're not out in some other town or waiting to be loaded on a truck. They're here, and all I got to do is put them exactly where they go. So yeah, I do want to thank the guys that brought them out. It couldn't have been easy for them. I'm sure they don't like having to get pulled out with my tow truck 6 times or twice with my tractor. And I thought about that. Sometimes you got to put yourself in the other guy's shoes. So grateful to have them. Thanking God for all the blessings and opportunities out here, and ready to go to work. Got to go fix my tractor. Need some pins and stuff updated. I'll be back. I can't complain. This container right here needs to be leveled out and straightened up so that it's even with this one, like these 2 are. Not a big deal. I can do that. Homer can do that. This one wound up a ways from the spot where it needs to go. That's going to be our home site right there. I want to clean that up some more anyway. And I actually was just putting rock down right there so they could back up to it. But I can finish spreading this other pile out, bring in a little bit more. My parking area and stuff took a little bit of a beating, but you know, I can straighten that out. And pulling this container from where it's at right there over to there is not really that big a deal, as I'll show you. I gotta do a little thinning right here, so I'm gonna have some round long things to put under there. I'm gonna go ahead and put Homer's chains on him because he doesn't have to go out on the road and haul trucks for a while, and he can just sit right here with his chains on him. So I'm gonna pull him up there, chain his front bumper to a tree, use my snatch block when I'm ready, and pull this container over there where it needs to be. I'll also pull this container over to the right on that far end just a little bit more, get it leveled off. We did pick up 18 railroad ties. Poor Tug, my other tractor. He picked them up off the guy's trailer and backed up and then wouldn't go anywhere. I think he's done all the work that he's going to do without getting some serious attention. So I'm kind of excited about getting the home area all cleaned up and tidied up. I'm going to clean the bank up down by the stream, and we'll get this put over there, get my 5th wheel over here, and I'm going to make a little temporary home and moving forward. And the sun is shining today. That's good. Poor old Tug said that's it. He said, I've been telling you for over a year that I need a new clutch. Yesterday, we unloaded these railroad ties off a guy's trailer out here, and Tug picked him up, backed up, and said, that's it. That's as far as I'm going. So Pumpkin's gonna give him a hand. I just throw the railroad ties on the back of my 3-point there. And anyway, we're gonna unload Tug. He's got enough juice to get himself back to the parking area. We'll take him back there, and thank you for your service, Tug. Yeah, that old tractor loaded up every single thing we had at the old property, and despite having a wore out clutch, got the job done. We need to give him a break. Yep, Pumpkin helped pull him out yesterday. If you get the least bit of a hill at all, Tug won't go. It's a shame, because that tractor, when I got it and it had a good clutch in it, it pulled that moving van right there up a muddy hill, loaded. Yep. So we'll get him put back together. Actually, we have to split him in half, and then we'll get him put back together. And while I'm at it, I'll go ahead and give him a full resto. But right now, I gotta unload some railroad ties. Yeah, old Tug just did his last job out here till he gets a little love and attention, but he moved Jamie's new place. You have no idea how much fun we had with this thing today. But anyway, I thought I'd move it back here because this is about halfway back on the part of the property that we're working, and so she can, it's kind of central for her to use. And you know, we really should have got that a long time ago. Yeah, she's earned that. Anyway, so we're going to work on our home site right now. Like I said, I'm done sniveling about the container, guys. You know, it is what it is. And this big metal box is no match for Homer and his block and tackle. And so we're gonna thin out a few trees over here. Jamie's clearing the bases of the trees right now so that I can get in there with my chainsaw. We're not taking all the trees out, we're just taking out the parts that would be hanging over our home, and then I'm gonna clear this spot. What?
I am wearing goggles.
No, she's not. Anyway, I'm gonna spread this load of gravel out here. We just noticed it started getting a little mushy right there, and we're gonna be going in and out of these containers, and I do got to get that boy over there leveled out and lined up, no problem. But I'm going to spread this load of rock. And so we're done using the really big rock, this stuff right here, and we're going to this size, which is still pretty big rock. But it's time to do that. I'm going to get this spread out right here so that we don't lose this area that we've got pretty solid. And I'm going to go build a home site right there. And just to give you a little perspective, I'll show you where the stream is from here. Because we're going to build a deck on top of that container that's going to be attached to my fifth wheel. And then she is such an awesome lady. I love her. Anyway, this will be where our home's at. And then right back here, this will be our view. We'll get up in the morning and have our coffee. I'm gonna mow this bank down right here, and then we'll have a view of this stream right here. And, Jamie was out here yesterday and said there were 5 deer over there snacking on grass, and that'll be kind of neat. Anyway, just good to be moved out here and be working on our property and working at our own pace, and kind of put the joy back into it. And I thank God for all the blessings. Saturday morning. Jamie, Pumpkin, and myself put in some overtime last night. Got all the debris cleaned out of the home site, well, the temporary home site, and opened it up. That's just with the blackberry bushes and stuff run over. I'm gonna go ahead and go attach my brush hog to the back of Pumpkin and kind of mulch that stuff. But yeah, I like this spot, and it really opened up a lot without having to do too much. And I think it'll be a cool spot for the fifth wheel. And stream's right over there. I did run into a problem. I was just kind of running this stuff over to get an idea of the terrain, and I ran into this. So there's a day's work that I wasn't counting on. About 30 or 40 truck tires that have been put in this shallow area here between these trees. So I'll have to chain all those up, drag them out of there, load them on a trailer, and take them to a tire disposal facility. But you know, comes with turf, so we'll get it cleaned up. Just wanted to show you, and I'm gonna put the container and the fifth wheel up on railroad ties right here and elevate them a little bit so that we can have this view over here. And I'm also going to build a deck on top of the container, so this will be nice. Yep. I'm going to get this all packed in. We'll have grass in here. There's the debris I hauled out, chop all that up into firewood and stuff. And today my plan is to get the brush hog on there, mulch all this stuff that's on the ground up, get it chopped up, and then I have to move that container up here where I'm at. And I'm going to use those logs that I cut into sections to skid it on, and Homer's winch with a block and tackle. I'm also going to chain Homer up because he doesn't need to be going down the road for anything for a while. So I'm going to put his chains on, and then I'm going to chain his front bumper to that stump right there, and hopefully we'll be able to drag that over here without a bunch of problems. Well, I got my brush hog all hooked up and lubed up and sharpened, and I really don't want to go out there right now, but I just had Jamie drop me off out here today. She had some errands to run, and no point being out here if I'm not going to get something done. That's really opened it up quite a bit. God, it stopped raining. I don't know if you guys are even still running over here. Yeah, but you're wet. You are wet. Yeah, it really opened it up a lot since yesterday. I realize it looks like a mud pit over there, but you got to make it ugly before you can make it pretty. And this really opened it up. It's too bad all those tires are off in there, but I'll get those dealt with and get that area cleaned up too. One thing I do like is that I opened up another route back to where we're going to build our permanent home. When we're going to build a tree house way back there in that stand of trees. There's some really big old growth trees back there, a lot of them. And that's where we're eventually going to build the house. But right now, this would be a good little camp spot. Yep. I'll be able to keep an eye on my trucks and have close access to everything, and may even have us a decent view over here. We'll see when I get it all set up. But Jamie really likes this spot back here, and we see deer back here all the time, so it'd be kind of neat to be here and listen to the sound of the water, and nice place to wake up. Hopefully before too long. It does take a lot longer to do things than you think, but we're getting there. I'm happy with the progress. So, up on my menu now, I'm going to go chain Homer up, my tow truck, and raise both ends of that 40-foot shipping container right there. Put some of those logs under it. Chain Homer's front bumper to that stump, and see if I can winch that thing over here and get this spot ready to bring my fifth wheel over. Yeah, we need to spread some grass seed over here. Now, one thing I do like about this spot is this is really high ground up here. I mean, it's a long ways down to the stream, and there's this natural dip right here. It's down to the stream, so that'll be helpful. Anyway, I'm gonna give you guys a break, dry the camera off, and go get Homer. Got a little cold and wet yesterday mowing down the home site, but I like the way it came out. That'll work. Today I've got Homer all chained up, got his tire chains on there, and so that he can get traction in the mud, and hopefully I'm gonna have my way with this container today. One man, one container, and one tow truck. Gonna get the job done, get this container from where it is right there to where it needs to be, which is right there. And that's the plan. It never seems to go the way I plan it, but I've learned a lot about moving these containers around, and I've learned a lot about that tow truck. And with the help of these logs, I'm hoping we're gonna get her done today, because if we get this container over there and all blocked up and leveled out, and bring my fifth wheel in, put it right alongside it, attach them, and get to building a little home spot for my sweetie and I. I'll be back. Oh, I wanted to show you Pumpkin's friends. Last video I showed Pumpkin helping out some buddies. He's got some horses next door that he helped get access across the stream, and apparently they want to hang out with us, because this is where our home's going, and we were putting it here because we thought, oh, won't that be neat, we can look at all the deer over there. Well, those look a little large for deer to me. Look, they're like, where'd he come from? You guys don't have to run off. You're not very sociable. I'd say those are probably pretty close to wild horses right there. Pretty cool. No problem at all with them hanging out over there. Heck, we can't even get over there right now. Well, Jamie can. They sure do spook easy. Yeah, this would be a pretty cool spot for our home. Right here. I like it. I gotta make Jamie a little bridge that goes across there though, because that'd be a nice little sunbathing spot for her in the summertime. Right there. But anyway, like I said, got the home side all cleared out. Gonna go tackle that right now. I know I keep threatening to move it and then I don't do it, but I'm gonna. That's the plan for today. That's the whole job. Get that box moved. I did want to show you though that I cleared out some more space going back to the place where we're going to build our tree house. This spot right here is just temporary, and we're going to leave it in place though in case we have friends or family that need a place to stay. They'll be all hooked up. But down there's where we're going to build our home, in that stand of trees. Hard to keep the camera from shaking when I zoom in. Anyway, I also got to get rid of these tires that I found in here. Can't really complain. That's about the only debris I've found on the whole property so far. But let me go get to work on that.
First thing I have to do is pick up this end, put a log or some railroad ties underneath, kind of spread it out a little bit. Enough energy today to be lugging logs around.
This is not helpful. I had a bolt snap off right there, which caused this right here to come loose, which is a big metal bracket that goes on the front of my tractor and holds that pin that's in the middle of my front axle into this hole over here. But it's not in there anymore. I was backing up and I noticed something was a little out of whack with my alignment. That is not good. And this is the kind of stuff that happens all the time. As you can see, one wheel's turning to the right and the other's going straight ahead. So, but this is the kind of stuff that happens. It comes with the territory. You just break out the tools and do what you can. It looks like I'm going to have to re-drill that hole in there. And I don't know if that's even going to go back into position. It may be bent like that. But like I said, that's why we have tools. And I still want to get this container moved. And pretty sure I need this guy to do it. Maybe I don't need that guy to do it. I'm gonna try to get the container moved. It's in the middle of my parking lot. It's in my way. And then we'll come back and look at Pumpkin's little situation with his paws. On further review, that is not an hour fix right there. That right there is gonna require a day. And I don't have a day right now. And I'm pretty sure my immediate goal right now is to get the container over there on the home site and get my fifth wheel over here. And thank you, Pumpkin, and I will address you. But he's done all the work I think I need for him to do, you know, other than scooting around the logs. But I think I can go ahead and try to get the container in there and get the fifth wheel over here, and that'll clear up this area right here where we can get in and out without any trouble, and I can go to work on him, because I see some problems. The first being that I can't jack it up from the front end, and the oil pan's right there under the frame, so I'm gonna have to put some kind of blocking under it to jack it up. Also, the bucket is in the way and right where I need to be working, so when I do go to fix it, I'm gonna back Homer up here and set that bucket up on Homer's boom around there so that I can get in there and do what I need to do. But we'll save that for maybe next week, hopefully, and see what I can do about scooting the logs around and getting the container winched over there. We'll just pretend that I didn't have to go over there and put a new battery in Homer. Once again, moving the container. Before I go building my own railroad out here, I thought I'd see if this is going to work, what I got going here. Yeah, and I realized that those aren't round logs, but I think the container might slide on them, and I've got Homer well blocked behind his wheels there. Got everything hooked up. Thought I'd give it a shot, and we'll see how he does. I'll do that again. So I think the cable on Homer will actually reach up to, I need his front end up there, and I may be able to get this done in one more pull, but that seemed to work okay. Let me get him repositioned and get some more railroad ties up underneath the front of that container, and we'll see if we can make a home run today. Yeah, good deal. Good job, Homer. Never know what you're gonna see out here. Anyway, Homer has no trouble picking that boy up. I got plenty of space under there. I'm gonna go relocate some logs and ties, and like I said, go for the home run. Get her done. I might have time today to go line up the other one that's gonna be part of Jet's barn and Janie's tack room. But let me get some wood under this thing and let's give it another shot.
These are the sounds of the men working on the chain. Yeah, no, don't you know? These are the sounds of the men working on the chain. Yeah. Get back. What? I think you made the right choice. What are you up to, farmer?
Build the railroad.
A railroad now?
Build the railroad. That's my freight car.
Whoa. That's the caboose?
I got your caboose.
I know you do.
Alright, let's winch this thing in after a short commercial break.
Okay. Everybody knows an ant can't move a rubber tree plant, but he's got high hopes. Come on, ant, move that rubber tree plant.
Ready? Here goes that.
Come along, little doggy. Way up high on a Ford 350, I took this video. My man, he defies all the rules of shipping containers. Look at that. Come along, little doggy, come along. Classic truck ranch, built solely by one man and a tow truck named Homer, and that ain't no bull.
Oh, Homer.
Fine time to take a break.
Huh?
Boy, that just moved along so smoothly. You just defy all the rules of cargo containers. You're the most amazing man in the world.
Yeah.
You are. He's all that and a bag of chips. He's a whole damn part of me. back up. I just discovered something on the property directly in front of us. There's like 4 old trucks out there. You can do it, you can do it. Oh my gosh. Oh no, you got problems. Marge the land barge, your Homer got himself a big girl.
I thought I'd lift it up a little bit. I'd go ahead and stack the railroad ties up under this end, get Homer around to the other end, pick that up, put some ties under that. This baby's parked.
You know what? All you gotta do is create some kind of wheelbase to attach to Homer, and he could pull these things like down the road. Look at it.
Yeah, I know.
You are such a weirdo.
Yeah, I am.
I love you.
Thank you. I love you too.
Boy, you sure are short.
What do you think of that?
How's the air down?
Good spot for it?
Yep. How's the air down there?
Good. I like it. Huh?
Yeah.
Got just the right angle to the other ones. If we have it sitting up that high, you're going to have a good view off this. I'm going to build a deck on the roof of this thing where we can have barbecues and stuff and look down over the stream. And when we clear this property over here, we'll be able to see the river from here.
Why don't you get me one of those flatbed guys like that and just place it gently across the banks, and I got a bridge. They're only about $4,500.
Only?
We could take up a pool.
Yeah. You don't need a pool. You got a stream right there.
No, it's the Fun Jamie's Bridge project.
All right, you start that up. I'll endorse it.
I don't think...
Plastic truck rescue, moving storage containers, regardless of where they put them, from the experience that we've gathered on this property.
That's what?
Pumpkin's kind of let me down a little bit today, but like I told Jamie earlier, he's been working his butt off, and things gonna happen. I'm gonna give Pumpkin and Tug both some much needed love. Probably Pumpkin first, because I really need him. I'll tell you what, I didn't like packing those railroad ties around all. I'm getting too.
Uh-oh, here we go. You guys don't know about this.
I'm getting too old for packing these darn railroad ties around, Jamie.
Darn.
You know, when we first come down across this prod, there weren't no roads. You want a road, you went and got you some rock, and it was uphill, both ways. Both ways.
You are so funny. That kind of does something for me.
Well, you're funny then.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm not the one that got off of geriatric compression hose.
You're the one that was wearing them.
I know, but you really liked them for some reason.
I don't know. All right, let's get this baby leveled out. We can bring the fifth wheel in now, honey.
Ba da da ding 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 da 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 ding 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 da 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 ding 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 ding. I want Duluth Trading. You think they make depends?
They make what?
Depends.
I'm years away from needing that.
Not from what I just saw a minute ago.
What?
The cane and the back in 1742 we moved here to.
Get used to it.
You are a cinema, a Hollywood treasure. Love you just the way. Whoa, yeah, good view. Peace out.
put in some long hours last night, but I'll tell you what, it's good to have this container positioned where it needs to be and all blocked up and ready to bring the fifth wheel in and put it next to it. Now, I didn't actually get a level out and level that up, but when you walk inside it, it feels very level. But I'm going to let that sit for a few days, let it kind of put some weight on those blocks on the ground. And yeah, those blocks stick out because what I do is I kind of stagger them when I put them under there so they're not butted up end to end, and it makes them kind of, when you kind of weave them together, it makes them a little more solid for a foundation. But yeah, I'll let that settle in a little bit. Maybe in a week or so, come back and take a hydraulic jack and just kind of shim it up and get it perfectly level. But that's good progress. Jamie found another tree she likes. I just mowed that area down back there. It used to be surrounded by bushes. Oh, that is a big boy, isn't it? What kind of tree is that, Jamie? That is a big one. Hey, I finished your deck. I finished your deck. Yeah, it's all done. You can go up there now. It's finished. Yeah, you could. I'm gonna get that other container straightened out and get pumpkin fixed. Oh, yeah. This will be nice. Wow. Yeah, this would be a nice place to have a deck. I like it. Not the river. You can see the stream. The river is way through there, about another 2 acres. Yeah, we could have a zip line up here going across the stream. Come on up, sissy. Kind of gives you a different perspective, doesn't it? No.
Bigfoot got a hold of him.
Jimmy's truck got a little muddy yesterday. You should see the rearview mirror. It's just covered with mud.
The name of my porta potty is Louie. Louie Louie.
I had a comment where somebody said that Jamie needed to name her porta potty, and then the very next comment said, "Oh, Jamie got a loo." So guess what? Jamie's loo got a name. Job done. Alright, I'm gonna get my butt back to work. Classic truck rescue, classic truck wrench. Getting better. Making progress. Yep.
Rick was gonna fix Pumpkin today, but... Hi, Rick.
Hi.
He's on a container roll. So I'm gonna go get some gravel. I think I have time for one load.
That'd be good.
That's gonna be Jet's barn, right?
This space in between here is going to have a roof over it. The front half's going to be Jamie's pack room, where she can just back up here with a truck and unload her hay. And Jet's barn will be in the back. Then he can go straight out to his pasture. She can unload her hay without being molested by Jet, because he does get rambunctious when the food truck comes in.
Bowled over by a lowland quarter horse.
Yeah.
Boom! That was like that.
Yeah. All right, you go get gravel. I'll move your container.
Okay.
And I'll get video of that. Yeah, I was going to fix Pumpkin today, and I still will if I have time. But I'm on a container roll right now, and all the containers are looking pretty good and kind of where they need to be. This one right here needs to be leveled up a little bit, but this one right here is just not where it needs to be. It needs to be squared up where it's lined up with those other two, and it needs to be leveled out. Plus, it looks really tacky from out front. You can see it, the back of it, when you drive by out front, and it just looks like it was tossed there, which it was. But I got Homer over there. I'll chain him up to the container, get it drug over to where it's squared up with that guy next to it, and then I'll level it out. But yeah, I'd just like to be done with the containers. It's been a long road with these containers, and they're very handy to have out here, and we're going to do some pretty cool stuff with all of them, but it'd just be nice to have them where they need to be and lined up, and I can fine-tune the leveling out later, but just tired of dragging them around, so I'm going to jump in and get that done. Really? Really? Yep. She totally repositioned it, building herself a little flagstone walkway. I had a viewer after we showed Jamie's new outhouse on the last video. I had a viewer that said we should name it, and the very next comment was, oh, Jamie got a loo, and it was a viewer, I think from the UK, and he meant loo, like L-O-O. So that was easy. I said, Jamie, we're gonna start calling your poop box Louie. She just has to put her little touch on anything that comes out here, the trucks, the dirt, the outhouse.
This is not necessary.
What's not necessary?
What you're doing.
What I'm doing is not necessary?
You're telling everybody that I'm nesting and I'm decorating a porta potty. I know you are.
Well, no, actually I said that you nest on and decorate anything that comes out here, including the dirt.
Including the dirt?
Well, like, just every inch of this place. I'm fine with it, honey.
Kick
That's great.
rocks. Well, you know
That's great.
what? At least I'm doing something when I can't do anything. I got mascara under my eyes, totally.
Yeah, it's on your nose.
Yeah, it is, because I'm sweating. But look,
It's just
how
kidding.
cool is this? Like, you come around the corner, you're like, doo, doo, doo. Oh, no mud puddles here, because we got steps.
Okay.
Hopscotch.
I got in bullfrog to park him after I dumped the load that Jamie brought back. Dumped the load. Look, honey, I'm talking about dumping a load right now.
Old story.
In front of, yeah, anyway. I get in the bullfrog and I hear this music, and Jamie's got her phone stuck up in this hole where the speaker's supposed to be for the factory radio, and it actually didn't sound too bad, Jamie, up in that hole. Kind of makes it go through the cab pretty good, huh?
Well, yeah.
Anyway, I got work to do. Will you quit bothering me?
I didn't tell you to come over here and make fun.
All right. I wasn't making fun. I was not fun of you, honey. Fun with you.
You'll be chasing me when you don't get in a mud puddle someday.
Anyway, so I got sidetracked because I needed blocks to move this container. So I went and got all my blocks and
sawed up a whole bunch of other stuff. It's easy to get sidetracked out here, but it'll save me from having to use full ties under this one that's basically just going to be part storage. And that spot's going to be for Jet. Anyway, I'll get to work on that. Be right back.
15 feet 7 inches in between these containers on the front side and the back side. Pretty level. Like I said, I'll have to come back in a couple weeks with an actual level and level things up. But yeah, that's about enough for one night. Maybe I'll go take a look at Pumpkin now. Peace out.
All right, Ricky, I'm gonna go get a load of gravel. First, I'm gonna stop and go potty, and then I'm gonna boogie. And I got Annabella in the truck too. What is that smell? What the heck? Oh, Rick! Hey, Mr. Malala Bigfoot! Hey, get back here! Get back here! Get! What are you doing? You can't take my truck. What? Rick! Rick! Hey, Bigfoot! Rick, I swear! Oh my gosh! Bigfoot just taken off with the truck! Rick! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my god! Oh my god, Annabelle! You're safe! That was a Malala Bigfoot in my dump truck. What the heck? What the heck? Ew! Oh my. That is disgusting!
What?